And Mr. Jones, as you're well aware, radicalism, and we talked about anti-Semitism, are all forms of bigotry that are greatly troubling human mankind. And many people try to use Islam to justify their unacceptable actions against humanity, and they claim to act under the name of God, but they do actions against, actually, Quran. So we believe that education based on true Islam is very important to solve these problems, to eradicate radicalism and extremism, which can only be done with ideas, of course. And so after that, of course, these radicals will see that Quran actually bans them from doing killing, for example, or from being hostile to others, and from many other atrocities. They will help to stop. Do you agree with that? And do you think education with real Islam can solve the problem of radicalism?
Yeah, well, look, education is required at all levels. We need to know our own faiths. We need to know about other faiths. We need to break down stereotypes and fear, because quite often it isn't simply a matter of somebody misrepresenting religious teachings or distorting religious teachings. It's a matter of people exploiting the fear of the unknown, or people who genuinely are scared. They don't understand and they're scared. And one of the great benefits of the National Dialogue of Christians, Muslims and Jews in Australia is we've been able to come together for a number of years now and ask one another some really tough questions. Ask one another about things which are common in the general public debate, which are not based on truth. So, for instance, we had a series of discussions about the Trinity, the Christian idea of the Trinity. Then we had a discussion about Zionism. We had a discussion about jihad and what it meant. And I think each of us, every time we had one of these major discussions and workshops, we left knowing more about the other faith and being able to help people within our own religions understand how they really knew very little about those they would criticize outside. So we need to educate ourselves, we need to educate others, and those of us who've had the benefit of being able to learn the truth about other faiths have a responsibility to take that beyond our own conversations and take it out to the public and really promote the good idea of people working together. We had a wonderful forum in Sydney last week called Why Bother with Interfaith Dialogue, where we had 9 religious representatives come together and share our positive experiences with the university audience. And what was wonderful is everyone in that audience came to us afterwards and said, we had never really thought about how we could have a better society by knowing others. We thought we could be better people by knowing each other, but now we know we can have a better society and perhaps a better world by educating ourselves about our own faith, but also about other faiths.
Yeah. MashaAllah. Mr. Jones, the world needs people like you. So we need people like you, sincere believers, people with wisdom, and coming together, Christians, Jews, and Muslims. And this will definitely make the world a very different world. And this will generate power, and the politicians and the public will actually follow, inshallah. Imyatsa Hashem.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Inshallah.
Inshallah. And Jerry, can we have your brief comment, please? And so we come into the end of this beautiful conversation. Jerry, can we have your last messages? Jerry?
I think one thing here, and it's really, it kind of surprised me that this conversation ended this way with what Mr. Jones has said about other people understanding and coming together and realizing the society can be better. Because I had a message sent to me last night from a longtime friend of mine that was definitely under the stereotype of what Islam and Judaism and Christianity is. And what they had sent to me last night was a thank you letter for introducing them to Islam. Yeah. And they are Christian, and they're going to stay Christian. But what the letter said was, thank you very much for introducing me to non-radical Muslims and Islam, because they had thought for the last 10 or 15 years that this was the whole problem was Islam. And now they're finding out that it's not Islam, but it is bigotry and traditionalism that and of course the media that had clouded what they do. So now they told me last night, they said, I'm making a lot of friends from the Middle East and all over the world thanks to A9 and the work you guys are doing and the guests you guys have on. So I wanted to share that with you guys today on the show. MashaAllah, that's a great thing, because these are people that are my friends from a long time ago that are watching our shows and that are learning. So if we're touching people that far away, we're definitely doing some good.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you.
Jones, we have come to the end of this beautiful conversation, and your message is very well accepted. And definitely, we should ally and with people with wisdom, sincere believers with wisdom, and this will solve all the problems, we believe. And very good era is coming. Actually, we believe we're living in a very special times, end times, and a golden age is coming. There will be peace. There will be freedom of thought, freedom of worship everywhere. No radicalism, no extremism, no bigotry. There will be progress in science, technology, and arts. Can we have your last messages, please, to Turkish public and to the Muslim world?
Well, the message I would say, if there are people who are viewing this program or listening to the commentary in countries where you don't have representatives of other religions, there are many Jewish people, Christian people, and others who are willing to come and travel and spread our word so you can get to know us in an authentic way. Having human contact is wonderful. Those of you who can travel, meet your neighbour. If there's a simple message, if you have a neighbour, you have somebody around you of a different faith, don't be embarrassed to go up and say to them, "Hi, I'd like to learn about you," because you will find even from one little conversation you are contributing to the better world about which this program is focused on producing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So we come to the end of our show today, and we had very great interview with Mr. Jeremy Jones, and also Jerry joined us with his very valuable comments from the USA. And everyone here in Istanbul, we would like to say good night and God bless you.
Shalom, Mr. Jones.
Shalom.
Shalom.
And salam, Jerry.
Shalom.